welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty much everyone experiences, waiting. Specifically, the wait at the doctor's office, even before you get seen. We've got a whole pile of sources here, research, articles, some internal stuff too, all about how AI is being used to tackle, well, the scheduling problem.
It really is a universal frustration, isn't it? Showing up on time only to sit there for ages. So our mission for this deep dive is to, really get into these sources, understand why these delays happen, and crucially, how AI might offer a genuinely smarter way forward. We'll pull out the key nuggets for you.
Okay, let's dive in. The sources seem to point quite clearly to the existing scheduling systems in outpatient departments as a big part of the problem.
That's spot on. The main issue is that most current systems use these really static templates, fixed time slots.
Right, like 15 minutes for this, 30 minutes for that, regardless.
Exactly. But patient needs are just, well, they're not that simple, are they? Think about someone managing several chronic conditions versus, say, someone with just a minor cold.
Their needs are totally different time-wise.
Completely. But the system might just see follow-up or a new patient. And these rigid templates, they just can't easily handle, doctor preferences or urgent cases popping up or even just a patient needing a bit more discussion.
So the staff are constantly trying to manually adjust things.
Right, which takes time, it's prone to errors, and it inevitably leads to that knock-on effect. Delays build up, people get frustrated.
Okay, so that's the problem. Where does AI come in? The sources suggest it's more than just a faster booking tool.
Oh, much more. The key capability, and this comes through really strongly in the research, is AI's ability to analyze massive amounts of historical data.
What kind of data are we talking about?
Well, not just that an appointment happened, but the details. Past appointment links linked to specific reasons for the visit, patient history, comorbidities, even the specific doctor's patterns.
Doctor's patterns, like some tend to run longer.
Yeah, potentially. Or they might take longer with certain types of cases. The AI can learn these nuances. Some sources even mention factoring in external things, like maybe local traffic patterns potentially affecting arrival times.
Traffic? Wow, that granular.
It can be, yeah. Some models try to incorporate anything that might predict disruption, even subtly. High traffic might mean a slightly higher chance of late arrivals, for instance. It's about building a really comprehensive picture.
So it's building a predictive model for each appointment slot, almost, not just using averages.
Exactly that. It uses machine learning, trained on all this past data. It learns the complex links between the patient's reason for visit, their history, the doctor, maybe even the time of day to predict with much better accuracy how long a specific future appointment is likely to need.
Which allows for dynamic scheduling, I guess.
Precisely. The schedule isn't fixed in stone weeks in advance. It can adapt based on these predictions and real-time inputs.
Okay, let's walk through how that actually works for a patient. The sources mentioned a sort of on-ground workflow.
Right. So imagine you call or go online to book. You'd interact with an AI-driven system. It asks you specific questions, why you need the appointment, maybe confirm some history details.
Gathering the data points its prediction model needs.
Exactly. Based on your answers, the AI estimates the likely complexity and time needed. Then, when it shows you available slots, it's not just showing gaps. It's suggesting slots that fit the predicted duration and match you with the right available specialist, considering the clinic's overall flow.
That sounds way more tailored. What about the results? Did the sources show this actually works? Tangible benefits?
Yes, definitely. The benefits listed are pretty significant. Reduced wait times for patients is the big one, obviously, but also better optimized schedules for doctors, less chance of being wildly overbooked. Plus, things like automated, smarter reminders, which help cut down on no-shows.
Fewer no-shows means those slots become available for others, too.
Absolutely. It frees up capacity.
Yeah.
And there was a specific example in the material, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think so. A pilot program.
That's the one. A large urban clinic implemented an AI scheduling system. They reported a 20% reduction in average patient wait times.
20%? That's really noticeable. That's significant time back in your day.
It really is. And they also saw a 15% drop in no-show rates. The sources stressed this wasn't just numbers on a page. It led directly to higher patient satisfaction and better clinic efficiency overall.
So zooming out a bit, this isn't just about fixing scheduling, is it? It sounds like it's part of a bigger shift in how the whole outpatient journey is managed.
I think that's a great way to put it. It's about orchestrating that patient flow right from the very beginning. From the moment you decide you need to see a doctor, it's moving away from, reactive manual firefighting towards a more proactive, data-informed approach.
Using data and algorithms to make the whole system run smoother, essentially.
Right. Helping providers optimize how they work so they can focus more on the actual care because the admin side is handled more intelligently.
And connecting this back to you, the listener, why does this specific application matter?
Because it directly targets one of those really common everyday frustrations you face when you need healthcare. It's about technology potentially making that whole process, starting with just getting the appointment, feel smoother, less stressful, and ultimately more respectful of your time.
It's fascinating, really, how applying AI to what seems like a simple logistical problem scheduling can have such a ripple effect, reducing wait times and improving the experience.
It really is, and it makes you think, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If technology can streamline this frustrating bottleneck right at the start of the healthcare journey, what other complex systems that we interact with every day could be made significantly better through this kind of smart optimization? Even the parts that seem kind of mundane, something to ponder.